Ustad, عفوا, how did you end up teaching in Masjid al-Nabawi? Barakallah feek.
Yeah, starting to learn about Islam, it was first in Sweden. When I was in Sweden, they used to have lectures over there. So I started to learn about Islam. But like lectures in Western countries are usually very basic on their level. And it's in Swedish, so it's not like really deep studies, you could say like that. So I started to learn some about the basics of Islam. And I started to learn Arabic too. And then I went away to the Emirates first for 2 months and studied a bit Arabic there. And I went to Yemen after that for 7 months and studied Arabic and also Islamic studies. So that, it was in Yemen where I really laid the base for my talib al-ilm, like starting to really try to memorize and so on. And then I was accepted to the Islamic University in 2005, studying Kulliyat Sharia first for 4 years. That was good to get like the basics in usul al-fiqh, qawaid fiqhiyya and the fiqh. And then I got accepted to the master program in 2009, I think. So I studied there for 4 years or something. And then to the PhD program after that. And when I was in the PhD program, like the Islamic University, they have an, what do you call it? Ittifaqiyya. It's called agreement with the Riyasat al-Haramain, that is responsible for Masjid al-Nabawi, Masjid al-Haram. So they take one student from each language. So one student speaking in Indonesian, one student speaking in Urdu, and so on. So they asked the university, okay, who can you recommend that can teach in that language? So they asked, and they said my name. So to teach in English, and then alhamdulillah I was teaching there for a couple of years. So alhamdulillah. I was in Sweden, that was in 2019. I was going around in a store and I got a message from someone I don't know and said like, can you come to my office tomorrow? I said, who is it? And I said like, I'm from Masjid al-Nabawi, I want you to come to my office. I said, no, I'm in Sweden now. So, after 1 week I was there, they said, okay, come here. And they came and they said like, okay, you ready to teach here? I said, yeah, okay, you have to have an interview first. So I went to like the highest boss in the Masjid al-Nabawi, and I met him one time before in like lunch, for lunch. So he knew me from before. And then he sat down with me for like 15 minutes only asking me some questions about how I should teach and what I should do and so on. Said like the most important things, don't bring problems to us. Because it's a very, very extremely sensitive place. Like sitting in the Masjid al-Nabawi, people are coming from all around the world. People, like sometimes I'm sitting there, someone coming in with like 7 or 8 guards with like pistols and so on. So there's like some high guy from another country and so on. So you can see like it's very sensitive to teach there. So he just asked me some questions like think about what you're saying, think about don't making problems here and so on. And then he said, "Tafaddal, start to teach next week." So I started and used to teach in the Jamia in the Islamic University for about 3 years too. Also, there are some students that they pick out that they can teach inside of the university. So I had the chance to teach for a couple of years in different subjects, different kulliyat, in kulliyat al-da'wah, in kulliyat al-hadith, in kulliyat al-lugha, and so on. So and that was that's a very interesting experience too, because teaching in the Masjid al-Nabawi, usually you will have maybe some students that are living in Medina, but most of them are coming to 1 or 2 lectures and then they will go away. And people come from Umrah and then they go away. So you're teaching a book and he will listen to lesson number 6 and 7 of 20 lessons. So it's not like you can really try to produce like students and so on. It's more like giving them mawa'id about Islam. But teaching in the university, that's a totally different thing, because in the university you have people from all around the world. So you can really, like one time I was like writing my own mudhakkara, like a study material that you can have. And it was during Corona. So one of the students, he sent me a message, I think it was like in Guinea-Bissau or some country in Africa. He's saying, I'm sitting in my village, in my country and teaching your book. So you can really reach out to people who would never think about before. So alhamdulillah, that was a very interesting experience too. Alhamdulillah.